Hello Bubbles, I'm Colonel Failure, and you're watching the Totally Tropical Transport Fever 2 here on the Colonel Failure Entertainment Video Network and Bar and Grill. Last time around we built some stuff and that kind of works, because pretty much everything I'm building at the moment works, but as you can see from the sneaky peek that is going on in the background, we've got a station that's about to be built, and it's going to be built in Mega City 1. And that's going to be expensive. Well, flipping heck, friends. We're looking at the capital city here on our tropical transport fever map, and I'm gonna take it apart because we've got to get a station in here somehow in order to connect it up and do dramatic things with it. Before we do that, however, a quick review of the situation. We're in 1871. We're going to stay in 1871 just for today, and then presuming I get finished with the thing, we'll then advance a little bit until we've got some new stuff, and then we'll work on the new stuff. In the old bank account there, we've got 8.2 million quid and no loan. We're currently raking in anywhere between kind of $2.5 and $3.5 million a year. Super. And more than that, we've actually made profit from water routes every year for the last 3. So to say that things are going well is, would be accurate. Now, if we go to individual routes, the only thing losing money at the moment, it varies, but the worst offender is the passenger route between Waterdeep and Ironside, Iron Forge, Iron Flipping, whatever. But that's only losing $4.5 grand. We'll live somehow. At the top end of the tree, however, food production is doing 1.2 million. Lumber production, every time it drops off, dumps another million or so into the kitty as well. So in the time I've been talking to you with the game on standard speed, I'm up another 600 grand. Lovely. Right, so what's the caper then? Now, the challenge that we've got, let's get an appropriate level of zoom here, is that we've got the established Zion and City 17 kind of network kind of thing going on already. So that would automatically imply that that some kind of east-west route, as we look at it here, because obviously this is south, north, east, west, right? So some kind of east-west route along here would work quite nicely to connect up to those. But then, you see, there's another consideration. You've got Dark City over there. Now, that's going to be a fun one to get to, and it should yield quite a fun city at the end of it, and a fun station, and a lot of fun. Fun is what should happen at the other end of that. You also have the Citadel, which is out this way. There are many different ways of taking this cat and extracting its hide for profit. But I'm tending towards something that runs along here. Now, that's going to make a connection to City 17 a bit of a way out that way, but we could put a little temporary District 12 stop in there as well before hitting City 17 and then onwards to Erie or wherever, right? But this then gives us a straight shot up to Dark City. It gives us a straight shot to the Citadel. Probably means we don't connect direct to Zion, beg your pardon, but you can change at City 17 and get to Zion anyway, so stop your crying. Now then, the perfect place to put this is going to be pretty much opposite where I've already got my passenger station here. Yeah, I know. And what have we got opposite there at the moment? Lots and lots of buildings is what we've got opposite there. So I've got the best part of $20 million to play with. I reckon we should be able to pull this off. And you kind of go, you won't need that kind of money though, will you? I kind of go, I might. This is going to be expensive because I've got more than one notion of what we're going to pull off here. So first up, let's get rid of that. Yep. Okay. And then we'll get rid of this one as well. That's an easy way to dump 2 million quid. And then all of this lot. Let's not pretend that any of them are going to make it. Let's just get rid of them now, and then we'll have a big enough station to cope. So that's a couple of million quid down the pan there that has gained us absolutely nothing for the time being. Now, here's where things get. I might abandon this plan as quickly as I opt not to words. I may abandon this as quickly as I put it in motion. So we'll bang a 240 in here because that will be about as long as we need ever. And then and it's gonna live in here, right? We'll swing the station building round that way. So we'll plumb it in about there. Now that's £1 million. Now the downside you've got is that I've got to bulldoze a bunch more stuff to get it to go anywhere. And then I thought, well, what if I didn't have to bulldoze a bunch more stuff? And then I started thinking, oh, well, you've got these new terrain tools. You could easily just sink it. Now, are you going to sink this? I've seen you sink stuff before using these buttons, but evidently because the ground is flat here, it's not going to do it. So we're going to try something, and I may give. We can file this one under bold, but quite stupid. So let's have a look. We're going to go down here. Now, the bit that's going to cause me the most problem is creating any kind of is that water? Oh, I hadn't anticipated water showing up. All right, well, I'll tell you what, I didn't spend too much on that, but that has completely foiled the plan within moments. Nice, though it may be, that's just going to make a lake. All right, let's repair all of that. Okay, well, I mean, we're a couple £100,000 out of pocket, but that could have been a lot worse. My thinking was we go underground and build a kind of below ground station there, but evidently you cannot go below the water line. Well, sucks to be you people, because we're coming out that way. I know, I can hear them all going, oh, but the emissions, we shall make ever such a fuss. And I'll go, you'll ever such put up with it, or else. Right, now, let's get this in as close as we can here. Given that this is what we've got to do, we might as well, get it done. But we're not just going with a 4-track passenger station. No siree. We've got more that we need to do than just a 4-track station. We're going to modularize this. Let's get modular. Right. Okay. So first up, I'm going to want a cargo line here, which we'll slap in the other side. I also want at least one line that is a terminus, which we'll bung in there. I'm hoping that's going to be long enough. I don't think it will be. Maybe we need to elongate the station yet further. Oof. Okay, well, I mean, let's be fair, that building's toast anyway. Yeah, it's another $1 million down the flipping tubes, but, what are you going to do? Oh, no, that's another one gone. It's a real shame. People are going to be ever so unhappy about that. Right, anyway, passenger platform. Fling one on there. Yeah, and another one. Right. Okay, so we've got at least 2 that are going through and on. I think we might keep these 2 as termini, these 2 to go onwards to whatever kind of mainline kind of deal we go for. So these, or maybe we'll leave the middle ones as the terminus. Don't know yet. We'll figure it out. But these ones are going to go via Dark City and beyond. This one is going to be my City 17 line. So I've easily made that long enough now. Probably easily enough, probably. And then we need to do some cargo type stuff here. So we're going to want a cargo up on this side. And I see how it's all red there at the moment. That's a real shame for these people. Yeah, I might as well. No, you're more than welcome to move back in if you fancy it after I've finished. What's your problem? Why are you giving me the, I can't afford to? Ooh, well, we rattled through that money quite quickly, didn't we? Yes. Well, it's only money. I'll earn it back. It's just a matter of, I'll go and have a sandwich and leave it running for 20 minutes. Job's a good one. Right, no, get back to modularizing. Okay, so we're going to put in some track here. Now, this is going to be the freight line that brings in everything this town needs. So eventually, yes, it will include the food that is currently being run back and forth up there. I'm going to turn that into a massive food hub. I am. Yeah, you watch. Well, obviously not yet. I'm not there yet. But when the time comes, be prepared to start watching. and recoiling in amazement and delight. Right, we've got to get rid of this bit of road. Yes, we have. You have rinsed through rather a remarkable amount of money there in not very long at all. I did say it was going to be expensive. I mean, disturbingly, it would have been much cheaper if I'd have been able to go underground. I can say that, of course, without having to prove a thing, given that I can't do it. So, there you go. Keep going with the cargo stuff. No, platforms, cargo. Bung that there, bung this here. And that should be more than long enough for however much freight I need to bring in through here. Now, we do need a cargo main building, which we will slap over here. What do you mean, 1 and a bit million? You're having a laugh. We'll slap that over there. Excuse me. And then what? What have we got on the MISC? A side and trance. Well, we do like a side and trance. So maybe... Oh, I could put another platform down the side of there, and then people could have a choice of which side they get out of, or I could just make them all run out the front door. Make them all run out the front door. Don't feel obliged to side and trance unless you really feel the need to do so. We'll stick a passage underpass, which we can't stick on there. Oh, that's a problem. Why is that a problem? Well, it's a problem because it means... Oh, hang on, we could do it here. Because I'm treating this as basically a second entrance to the passenger station as well. So giving the passengers the ability to actually get over to the correct side of the whatnot is quite important. Bang that on here. Yeah. Now, it went yellow. Couldn't honestly tell you whether that was important or not, but it did go yellow there. I saw it, you saw it, and therefore it might do something. Might not, but, these are the things that we have to take into consideration. Right, now then, from there, I'm going to fling a goodly-sized truck terminal here, and then that all gets hooked up quite nicely, and then I'll redraw in a bit of road, and that'll work out perfectly. Now, do I dip into the loan to get this actually rigged up to something, or do we just advance it for a bit and then come back and bulldoze some more? Let's bulldoze again, like we did last summer. We did quite a lot of bulldozing last summer. It was splendid, and we got an awful lot done. Right. So we're going to anyway. The next kind of phase of this is to extend the tracks off. So that's my goods line. Now I don't know where this goods line needs to go. So this is more a case of, I suspect I'm probably going to need to run that goods line a little bit further. So we'll do that, and then maybe we need it, maybe we don't. Hopefully we do, because that will mean that we've got an additional source of fun times that we can play with. Right, we also need to take this one out. Now, I'm going to swerve you over here, sunshine. I'm not going to bulldoze those unless I have to. It's very probable I'll have to. Hold on, let's come this way instead. So if I were to do that, now it's going to need to double track, just so you know. Yeah. Also, this road, you happy with it being a level crossing? Can we get rid of it without... Well, so we can. So, okay, with that out of the way, I mean, that's probably going to need a bridge or a tunnel or something. Because no matter what else we accomplish here, we are still going to need traffic to get from one side of town to the other. So if I wiggle as far as there, and then like that. Yeah, you lose a bit of speed, but the train's slowing down at that point anyway. And then we can make our branch off happen here. Now, this town is going to be griping about emissions like there's no tomorrow. And I'm going to be telling them that I don't give a monkeys. Probably because I won't give any kind of a monkeys at all. Now then, I think the smart thing to do now is to connect this up to C17, and then we'll worry about the extension of that, and moreover of this, once we're actually kind of reconfigured. I should probably put the road back in, but of course, once I've got City 17 hooked up, then we can start running train services out of that, and that'll be fun. for those of you who like trains, obviously, and I suspect there's a fair few of you that kind of go, oh yeah, trains, yeah, I can get behind a bit of train. And you're going to go, well, it doesn't really surprise me, given the amount of train behaviour that I tend to enact. Right, okay, so that gives us passenger access there. If I now fling a, what do you think, medium? Yeah. Look, if you're thinking about upgrading to large, the time to do it is when you've already bulldozed everything. Otherwise, you're going to bulldoze it all again later and go, oh, I should have done that while it was cheap. But that, I mean, see, that looks quite nice. So I'll do that. There you go. And look at all this lovely, lovely catchment that we just picked up. Yeah, that's pretty good. I could run the road all the way out there, but I don't think I need to do so. In fact, if I were to do that, then we'll get a bit of build-up going around the entrance area there. Now, the more tricky one is going to be to sling in yonder truck stop. Yonder. Truck yonder. Truck further. Do truck hard. I don't know either, but there it is. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, this wipes me out, and then we're going to have to go into earning mode. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Actually, that's as ideas go, it's not terrible. Do it. Just take it, man. Just stop telling yourself it's not bad and just place the flipping thing. So there we go. We've got an integrated annex, apparently. I don't flipping think so. Annex, indeed. Mega City 1, internal distribution, like depot bay function. Right, Mega City 1 Central. Yeah, I think that's a good name for it. What are you? You're just Mega City 1. Okay, this is all super duper. Okay, right, smashing. I need some more cash. You step away from the computer for 10 minutes and you've got 10 million quid in the bank. Well, I think I've got this series cracked, at least for time being. Let's have a look. So here's where we did with building before, and that was the time period where I spent quite a lot of cash. Ended up 5 million down for the year. We then made 3 million. We then made 2 and a bit. We're getting on for 2 now. So I'd say we're probably 3/4 of the way, maybe just over half the way through the year that we're in now. And that's good. But what that has afforded me is enough money to do some bulldozing. But before we do some bulldozing, no, I've zoomed out prematurely there, I just want to highlight some of the clowns that have moved in here. I mean, clowns are plenty. Hold on. Are you Cindy Vapid? We named one, but don't go under the I should slow it down. She's disappeared under the other side. Which is already working out quite nicely, as I've got passengers who are using this entrance to get to the station over there. Fantastic. Now then, where'd she go? She'll have to have emerged out of here, unless she's still in the bowels of the station somewhere. Which is not necessarily somewhere anyone wants to be. No, we'll have to clock her next time we see her. Hold on, here's a potential candidate. Who are you? You are Sunjun. Not Cindy Vapid. No, very much not. There's a man with a hat keeping pace with his wagon. Lovely. But yeah, no, I've got clowns who have built their houses right next to the goods side of the station, and they're going to be the first ones going, oh, it's so noisy. And they kind of go, it's a flipping goods station, son. I mean, what exactly were you expecting? I mean, it's for the transportation of goods, and that involves a fair amount of clanging. Anyway, we'll ignore them. Off we go. Right, we're going around that way. Yeah, yeah. I just thought I'd see what it looked like, and actually, those level crossings don't look completely horrendous. I think once we hit the 20th century, we'll turn our attention to making these crossings into underpasses, overpasses, that kind of thing. Right, I don't want to remove the third building, so we'll go there. Why don't I want to remove the third building? Does it hold some special sentimental value? No, not even slightly. It's more that if I had removed that building, there would not be enough room for a building of that size. And keeping enough room for buildings of a decent size is kind of useful. So we'll carry on down this way. I don't exactly know where I'm going, but, you know, hey-ho, Actually, I should probably look at the far end, shouldn't I? So we've got the opportunity now to head down to Caprica. That would be useful. They're going to need connecting at some point. Also, now that I look at it, this town here of City 17 is just not big enough. If I'm going to be routing all manner of things through here, this feels like it could well end up being a major passenger hub. I mean, you've got Beauclair, you've got Erie. We're already talking capital city. Caprica and Ankh-Morpork are certainly possible. Zion is just over there, which we're already connected to. And then you could go beyond. You could get all the way out to the Citadel. I don't know. So how many tracks is that then? Oh, a couple more? Really? And is that your scientific kind of approach coming into its own there? Yeah, it could be. I might even fix that now. Stay flipping focused, mate. Stay focused. All right. Well, look, let's get modular on this sucker, and then we'll proceed accordingly. So we're going to want a smidge more. Where's my cursor? There it is. We're going to want a couple more tracks here. Now the capital city incoming line that we're going to do. Actually, I might elongate as well. No, I think you do that on the next one. All right. Okay, we'll do that on the next one. Yeah, the capital city line coming in is going to go beyond here because it's just not going to make me enough cash if I do it as a point-to-point. So it's going to need to go a little bit further than that. So let's just keep slinging tracks on like we mean it. All right, yeah, another one. Yeah, and another one here, like that. That will do for now. This is more about blocking the space than it is continuing any further than this. Although, yeah, I am going to bulldoze this bit of track. Right, hit the pause button so we don't confuse everything. There we go. That should probably have given me 2, if not, no, probably 3, maybe even more than that. How many? Only 1 is currently going, excuse me. But that's, well, I mean, it's weird, but fine. Yeah, it should probably be more than that, but, well, what you going to do? Now then, what are you going to do here? I think you now wind this one over onto those that other platform that you just knocked up. And I don't mean that in the biblical sense. Right, let's head over onto this one at the end there. Okay, right. Are you going to double track this? No, not yet. Not yet. We'll double track it later. Also, yeah, you're toast there, my friendo, because I think it's time you had a bridge. Now, I don't think I've got Jolly Green in my stable of comrades for this particular gig, but that's okay. Right. Now, you'll see that what we're connecting up here does not have a big hump anymore. Now, it has a gouge. Now, a gouge is preferable to a hump because you don't lose any speed. Right, now that's the junction that gives us access to the depot for the freight line there. The nature of this curve is going to change, but not now. It will change later. And that should be all good to get frisky with itself. Again, not in the biblical sense. And I'm thinking we need to change this road. So, yeah. Sorry about that. I know... I just moved in. I'd moved to the unfashionable side of town, and now you've bulldozed it. Well, yes, but that's just life for you, isn't it? Right. Okay. Now then, we'll fire these up here as well. To where? Oh, hard to tell. But it'll be somewhere. And I realise this is making quite a mess of the landscape. I mean, that might act as a sound baffle of some kind, but it largely it's there for purposes of not allowing the AI to, get busy with a fizzy. So we'll leave that alone. Right, now then, bit of road. What do we think? Make it large? Well, let's see what we get. I'm going over the hole. Right. Oh, that's a lot of fun. But are we going to put in a level crossing? I don't think we are. I think we're going to start popping wheelies until we get... Oh, Ooh, ho, ho, ho. That's exotic. This is excessive, I would say. Now then, maybe there's a better way we can do this. All right, let's try the popped wheelie approach. Now, if you can avoid having a pillar in the hole, that would be, or 2 pillars in the hole is good. That's absolutely fine, because that's pretty stylish. I think that bridge is possibly 1 higher than I need, because we need to do the other side. So if I do, notice you're pressing the wrong button. There you go. Do that one. Yes, I like that. That is very attractive. That's all super duper good. Doesn't go anywhere, you understand, but it doesn't really matter. If you look that good, you don't need to go anywhere. Now, if you could do that thing where you had 2 pillars in there, that would be super. No, you had it where they were right alongside the track. If I keep wiggling this, maybe I can get... that's pretty close. And actually, that doesn't feel like it's going to interfere with the clean movement of whatever's in there. Now then, we just checked that that's straight. It is, kind of. And then we'll plumb that in. I'm very happy. That's made my 5 minutes worthwhile. Right, and then we'll just bung it down like that. Okay, how does that look? I mean, it looks flipping grandiose, is what it looks. But we're having it. That's great. While we're in the area, I'm gonna drag one out from here as well. No, don't do that. There you go. Straight under. No. Stay on the flat there, friend. Yep. Oh, that's interesting. Now, I don't know if you clocked that or not. You probably did, but I'm going to spell it out for those of you who didn't. Why are you now... Hold on, let's kill that. It was causing trouble. So what it tried to do there is it tried to build to the height that I've got this kind of... builder kind of preset to. So as long as I go back to there, it should, without any hassle, just go through now. No, well, it was just being bendy. I mean, it's okay. I don't mind it being bendy so much because it's relatively straightforward to fix. But there we go. Get rid of 2 buildings, slap in a bit of road, and, well, we might as well, while we're about it, because later on we're going to need fat roads because the amount of traffic we're going to be getting is going to build up quite a bit, and therefore it's worth plumbing in something with a bit of capacity early on. How does that feel now? We're getting there. We're definitely getting there. Okay, right. So what? I don't want to go down that steeply. Let's go down a little less steeply. Whiz it back, whiz it out. No, that's been dramatic. No, okay, try it again, but go from here. There you go. That's it. That's the ticket. Yeah, that's a nice, smooth bridge approach with some very smoothly placed pillars along the way. I like it. A bit on the subject of smoothing, a bit of smoothing of the edge of the hole here would probably be advisable. But, you know, the hole is staying. I mean, the hole doesn't actually have to be there. That's not a mandatory piece of equipment that we've got there. It's largely because... Oh, okay, do what feels natural. There you go. Right. Now, I'll tell you what, while we're in the area, I think it would probably be astute to finish off modularizing this station. So let's return to the modularity and fling in another passenger platform. And that will be great. Yeah, there you are. Have some of that. I hope you enjoy it. Let's put a passenger underpass. Now then, what do you think about having some kind of freight activity on here? I'm not going to, because we've got a freight station there, so I think we'll use that instead, and that makes a little bit more sense of having it. But we will bung an additional passenger building on here, because I'm all about having lots of good, solid passenger access to things. I'll even put a little tiny building like that on there. Yeah, I did that. That's the thing that just happened. I think I might actually... I'm going to put a little option to terminate here as well. It's like a tiny little, only goes to small places kind of a track. Why? Well, why not? Yeah. Okay, right. Now then, I think I'm probably short one more underpass. So we'll sling that on there. Yeah, and then I think the first platform comes with one by default, but just in case it doesn't, we'll stick one on there as well. Super. Good. Right, so now if I stick my my roadage right next to the edge of that, so that we get footpath access on there, that's all jolly good. Try and keep it relatively parallel. Perfectly parallel is, of course, achievable, but I haven't got my protractor, so that's just bad. Can we? Oh, I'd love to get under there. Can we? I mean, it doesn't. Oh, it would go somewhere. Oh, I really want to get under there now. But that's groundworks. It's not pillars, so it's not accommodating me. Unless, I don't know, something like this. Keep going. Oh yeah, right. Okay. Well, if you're aggressive enough, you can get. Oh, hold on. That looks great. No, it doesn't look great. I thought it was going to look. I mean, that looks like a proper railway tunnel. I'm tempted to do it anyway, even though I don't like that. I tell you what. Look, what we're looking at, 150k. All right, let's have a look at it and then see what we think afterwards. Yeah, okay, all right, leave it. Go on. Yeah, I'll allow it. Yeah, get rid of that. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. And that. And then keep going. I'm slightly off-piste with regard to what I'm actually working on. I'm aware of this. Don't worry about it. We'll see how we get on in a moment. Right, keep that like so. Why are you? Is this a? Right. Okay. Yes, I see what's going on here. Yeah. It's so close to being great, but ultimately isn't great, and ultimately doesn't really matter that much, given that we'll be back again to remodel this some more before you know it. So just bung that on there. Do we actually use this bit of road? I think we probably don't. Then what does it... Oh, no, we do. That's for a passenger line. Okay, well, that's good. They've got all the... Oh, they haven't quite got all the connectivity they need. We now need to... just go back to do this. And then give it some of that. Take this out a bit further. I think we're getting a bit optimistic as far as how far will the city expand in this direction. But, you know, never let it be said that I'm not optimistic. And then we'll fire another one of these up here. Like that. Yeah, that's nice. And then we'll fire one of those from the front door down this way. Some flattening would not go amiss, but we're going to leave it at that for now. I've already spent more time on that than I'd intended to. So let's go back to the train track here, and we're going to run out from platforms 1 and 2 and head out towards the capital city, which is going to be excellent. It's going to be truly superb. Everybody will be aghast with how superb it genuinely is. Right, okay, so we've come out over there, which means we're going to need to do like a leisurely S to get round there. I'm going to try and keep it leisurely in order to maintain velocity. Now, we are going into a terminus there. Yeah, that's okay. So maybe that's a destination on this escapade, which would probably mean that Beauclair is going to be our ultimate stopping point. So we're going to try our first cannibalising service. Oh, well, look, we're exploring how and how far one should push demand to see what happens when you do so. And therefore, if we have competing services going to the same station, what is the impact? We've chucked in a cheeky tunnel there, and I'm allowing it because, you know, tunnels should be cheeky. Right, keep coming round. You're just going to need... No, you're not. Okay. All right. Do you want to tell the people at home what you're just going to need, even though you're not? Okay, well, look, that's this bit of the route done. We just need to now extend out the other side and merge that onto a main line, which means I probably am going to double track this section coming up, which means that I should also tidy it up. Tidy this up. All right, yeah, all of it. And that bit, yeah. Alright, so we're now talking passenger mainline here, which means double tracking, which means this hump's gotta go. I've still got £7.5 million quid, everything's flipping peachy. Get rid of this bit of road, because that will distract us from our purpose. So we're going to make this route Beauclair, City 17, Capital City, and see what we get out of that. Right, clean that off as well. And that means merging these 4 into 2. Now we'll probably swing the right-hand 2 as you look at them now. We'll probably swing them out to Erie and beyond. That's the sea. Well, just as far as Erie then. I don't think we need to drive the train into the sea. I don't think that's really going to accomplish very much that will be positive. So we'll probably not bother with that. But we're going to use the Capital City line as our guide. Then merge on the other 2. It's going to be flipping glorious. Right, go in a straight line. That's it. No deviate. If you need to dig a hole, friend, dig a hole, friend. Don't just dig part of a friend. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I should have built to start with. Yeah, it's got a bit of an embankment on it, but everybody likes a bit of an embankment, if not the whole embankment. You've just told the same flipping gag twice. It wasn't that brilliant the first time. Yeah, I know, but if you haven't got a new gag, use an old one. Right, okay, so as you've just noticed, I haven't bothered double tracking all the way to Beauclair because, I mean, that's a station in need of an upgrade anyway. Is this going to work? Yeah, it's going to be fine. Okay. The is this going to work was in relation to if I'm going to merge these on, have I got enough space to do so? And I think I have. I might not have, but I think I have at the moment. Does this mean we've got some smoothing brush happening soonish? No, not yet. Now you will have noticed just then, that thing that I did just now, it restored the land to its original configuration. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, for those of you who know the old game, what it would do instead is it would leave the scars of crimes that you'd previously committed so that you could feel shame and reach for the smoothing gun as quickly as possible. But this time around, it kind of goes, no, we'll be nice to you. And we'll get rid of the scars of your recent criminal endeavours. And I don't know how I feel about that. I quite liked having the scars of my criminal endeavours visible for all to see. I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out where the best place is to pull off this junction. That looks pretty good. Because obviously we don't want to lose any speed, but similarly it's got to actually work. If that works, it will be good. Has it worked? Of course it hasn't. All right, okay, well try it. Try it coming the other way. And maybe you don't go all the way down to the point set. It's not going to work. See, it's not. It's going to tell you there's a collision going on there, despite the fact that is a very, very clean junction. Well, sometimes your clean junctions don't go the way that you think they should, and therefore you have to go, and then you have to delete the one that you've got there, because if you can't have a match up, what's even the point of living? Right, try it again. Grab this, go out of that one. What exactly are you colliding with? You'll go out to here, which, I mean, historically, I would do that kind of thing. But what I really don't want, let's zoom in as close as we can. What I really don't want to do is have to swan neck back on myself. Also, that looks hideous. I hope you're going to fix that when I hit the go button. You haven't. See, look, and it looks rubbish. What I built before looked better. Construction's not possible. I'm not trying to construct anything. I'm trying to bulldoze. Because just what? Oh, fine. Just start wholesale removal of things. All right. Okay. There you go. I showed it who's boss. I'm boss, incidentally. Right. Okay. So bung that in there. I'm really making a meal of this. Right. Let's try this. Don't you tell me you can't do it, because you can. Right. Okay, this one is a little bit shallower, so we will lose a bit more speed, but hopefully this will now work, which it has, and then everybody's flipping cheerful. not least of all myself. All right, good. So a very nice piece of as you like it kind of stuff. I'm going to double slip this because at the moment we're only going to be running... Oh, no, you're not. You go out to flipping Zion from here. Don't I have another train that comes in and terminates there? You might have, in which case you'll fix it, because that's what you do. You adapt and overcome. Oh, thank you. I didn't mean it in a positive way. Right, okay, so... Good. Needs signals, obviously. Need to do something about that. Yes. Okay, right. Well, I think I might upgrade this to a slightly higher gauge of road, just so that I don't have to do it later. What do we think? Go with the fat stuff? No, let's go with some medium. Hang on, before we do that, clear this back a little bit. And then go with some medium. What are we doing? Under? I think under works best, don't you? All right. Go on. That's 2. You're going to need 3. We don't want to do 3. 3's too mucho. Well, all right. Go out as far as here and then try 2 again. 2's not mucho enough. All right, well, look, bang it over there. I think we'll probably revisit this later, so go 3. Oh, you and you've gone mucho with it. I know, but, you know, life. Good. What should we do next? Well, I think now's the time to set up a route. Hold on. No, I think now's the time to fix the Beauclair high drama. Okay, now it's going to be broken at the moment because it's going to be trying to get into a line that doesn't go all the way to the destination. So if we pull into, I guess, what's that, platform 3? Configure the line, and it's not Zion, it's going to be City 17. You go 1 and then 1. So you now need to go 3 and then 3 again, and that should work. There we go. That stopped flashing, and that's a blessing for all of us. Now, it's not properly using the double track yet, but that's because I haven't told it that it is double track. So it's going to use whatever it feels is appropriate, which is not usually appropriate. Where should we build here? All right, let's stick 1 there, and then 1 here. Hey, see, look, it's got the picture already. Very good. Right, yeah, okay, good, yeah, signals. Apparently I'm doing signals now. That's fine. I guess I'm also in the mood to do more trains than just 1. Now, I think it's going to be a matter of minutes before I decide to double track this up. But, you know, that's minutes from now, so we'll worry about that when the time comes. You're going to need a bit of signal action near this station. So do it. All right, put 1 there, stick 1 here. I'm not going to put a signal on that line because it will be in the wrong place. We're going to end up with a which way around does it go? Down up, coming into this station. All right. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm sure those of you who remember the mainline series will be going, no. You go down, up. No, you don't. You go up, down, up, down, up. And it all ends up feeling like the Konami code. But that's okay. Yep, no, it's all good. Everything's fine here. All right, this is grand. We're only going to run 2 trains, but I suspect that the level of demand that we'll have will warrant probably even more than that. We certainly shouldn't have any trouble making 2 trains happy. We'll have it there, and it will block the junction and what have you. Right, now then, can this be accessed by the depot? Given that we're rocking 1 depot only, and it's over there, you'll have to come round, yeah, you peel off, you go in a C17, and yeah, because it all merges onto a double track there, so this is going to work. Well, I mean, you can say it's going to work, but it's going to struggle to start with. Right, okay, so we go from Mega City 1 Central out to City 17, out to Beauclair. Do you want to go further? No. Oh, it's even chosen a novel platform to go into. Oh, that's super duper. Right, then back to City 17, yeah. And then jobs are good. All right, cool. So this is going to be called something about passengers. Oh, no, you've got the North Main. All right, in this case, this is going to be capital, yes. City, yes. North. Okay. North, no, hold on. Central line. Central line. Yeah. Because it's going up the centre of the map, right? Hush. It is. Now then, I don't think I can afford 2 trains. I think I can only afford 1. So I think I'll have to buy 1, wait for, I don't know, almost 6 or 7 minutes, and then buy another one. Right then, what do you got for me? I need something that is properly snappy. Right, we've got the Russian Class B, which does 49. No. You've got the Baldwin, which does 60. Possibly. The Class GV, nope. The Borsig, no. I'm already using the Baldwin. All right, I'll tell you what. I'm going to whiz it until the next train arrives, which will be, let's say, moments. Right, we have strolled forward to the year 1877, which was a very good year, primarily because it introduced a new train that looks like it might actually do the job. So we have the Russian Class PV. I know, it's Russian, and it's a Russian Class PV, but it's built on a Brosig. Surely that's Borsig. I think it probably is, isn't it? Someone's got their flying fingers of fury out of control. But that's okay. It does 64 kilometers an hour, which is absolutely dandy. And we're going for it. Now then, we're then going to equip it with this clear story passenger car. Yeah. Now, this does 80. I got nothing that does 80, so I don't know what I'm supposed to strap it onto. But I'm going to strap it onto this Russian, and we'll see where we get to. Now, oh, you've done it again. Just sell that. Yeah, go on, get rid of it. Right, add it onto here. There you go. There you are. Right, we're rolling. I reckon 64 ought to do the trick, you know. 4 million a vehicle. I can afford 3 of them. But I'm only going to buy 2. Look at this. Watch this. Look, I'm going to use the multiple train buy button. Boom. Multiple train buy. And then we'll fling this on the, whatever it's called, Capital City Central Line. And that will come sailing out of there in no time at all. Like now. So this is, this is the best fit that I've got at the moment. I don't doubt I'm crossing international borders with this kind of stuff. But that's okay. You know why? Because we are all one world. Now, I could have slapped these on the back of a consolidation. What's going on here? Oi, wheels, keep rolling. All right, just ignore the fact that those wheels weren't entirely rolling. But there we go. We've got a bit of west meets east going on. Yeah, so it'll be fine. Don't worry. No, I'm sure it'll be absolutely dandy. Now, the fact that I'm having to wait here. Well, actually, that's not too bad. This chap's going to come in and wait for his load, and we'll set off at that time. Just look at this for a view. Ah, great. Absolutely great. Go on, off your toddle there, Tiger. Yeah, bit of wheel slip, and then nothing. It's obviously front-wheel drive. Possibly. I don't know. Who knows? Stick that one on the to-be-fixed list. Right, okay, good. So, once that gets settled in, this should prove to be quite a handsome earner. Now, this is going to test 2, count them, 2 separate potential collisions of interest. Brace yourself, I'll show you the collisions of interest. So the first is that we are currently running trams from Megacity 1 down to City 17. Well, you'll be able to get a train now. Trams may be a thing of the past. Don't know. So we'll see if it puts, what sort of pressure is put on the tram network, if at all. And then secondly, we're cannibalising the route that goes from C17 to Beauclair. Now, that goes further. It goes to Zion as well, so it will probably still work as far as, getting to Zion is concerned. But the train we're putting on here is faster than the connection people can get right now. So the question becomes, does everybody hop off and go, oh, flipping heck, no, I'm jumping on the central line rather than doing the Zion Beauclair high drama? No, knickers to that. I'm gonna ride the good stuff. Don't know. We're going to find out anytime soon when the train starts doing its thing. It's not going to come from this way, is it? No. Where's it coming from? I think that might be it now. It is that one. Now, this is not an inexpensive train to be driving, or to be running, and potentially I'm going to need to fling another carriage on there to make it worth anything at all. So, well, we'll just have to see how it gets on. Oh, hold on. This is the Zion line, and it is actually double tracked already. I mean, it's triple tracked because we're catering for this fat lumber train that's going on as well. But the fat lumber train gives us fat money, so we ought not to be so critical of it. Yeah. And it also does the little peekaboo bridge hole, which we're all very keen on. Yeah, just don't look at it, all right? Look, I'll do it like that, and then it all looks great. Okay, yeah. Just don't look at the wonky bit for the moment. There we are. Right, so we're looking at the funnel. We'll go down. We're underneath. That's mysterious. Oh, there we can see the actual depth of the tunnel, and people walking under the station. That's good. It really does go jolly deep, doesn't it? It goes deep quite a bit more than actually it needs to. All right, let's surface again. Didn't even raise my periscope first. Oh, I see. We're not stopping then. We're going directly to Beauclair. Do not pass go. Well, no, past City 17. Let's ease her out this way a bit. No, that gives you too good a shot of those wheels that aren't currently moving. That's put that on the action item. But we look at the new kernel cam. Oh yes, new kernel cam. Oh, it's stuff and glory is what it is. Anyway, that's going to wrap us up for today. No, we're not going to find out if this is working or not until the next episode, but it gives us something to start with. You know, that's a moment of high-impact drama and the like. And then we shall extend further beyond the capital city, and I don't know, are we going to go Dark City, or are we going to go somewhere else? I don't know, we'll go somewhere. And then inevitably it'll be else. All right, there, clever guy. We are rocking at top speed at the moment, incidentally, just so you know. Right, I've been Colonel Failure. You've been flipping marvellous as ever. Subscribe to keep up with the series. What happens if I press this one too? Oh, it's lovely. Right, I'll save that. Hold on. We'll wait a minute. There you go. You can have that during the run out. That's going to look absolutely terrific on my split cam thing that I do. Right. I'll catch up with you very soon. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and so forth, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheerio. You all right? Yeah, good. So, last couple of episodes, unfortunately, there's been a bit of an audio and video desync. It's fixed in this one. I've checked it, double-checked it, and then checked it again. So, yeah, it probably desynced somewhere, but that would be typical. So, apologies for that. It's not what we aim for, but you know, you assume it's all gone perfectly, and then it hasn't. And what tends to happen, interestingly, is some really tedious kind of video interesting is that it'll skip a frame while recording, or it'll just kind of go and then it'll pick straight back up again. And because I record my audio separate to my video, obviously when it's all perfectly lined up to begin with, midway through when the video kind of goes, "Is it awesome?" Yeah, then it all just breaks. And you look at the end bit and you kind of go, "Yep, I'm talking about the right stuff." Because I usually, what I'll do is I'll check the front end is lined up, and then if I've got cuts in the middle, I'll make sure they reline up again when you come back from a cut section, and then I check the last kind of minute and a half. Don't have time to watch the whole thing back again. But the problem with watching the last minute and a half is I'm usually just monkeying around with a camera trying to get you a nice shot. To finish off with. So you don't notice that when I'm clicking, it's not happening at the right time. There you go, that's why it happens, and hopefully it won't happen now. Hopefully, that's what we're hoping, that's all fixed now. So my apologies, and I shall endeavour to do better for you, friends.